What is this? Incredible. Incredible. Okay, so Inferns versus Ivan. We're seeing Kiki versus Hidden Cash with Kiki on the blue coin. Inferns has got the haunt. He's got some Andrega larvas. He's got his Death Wish units for the haunt. He's missing his Ethereal, which I imagine he also wants to play into the non-Kiki round. Hey, Die Router, thanks for the Twitch Prime. Thanks for the 17 months. Welcome back. What's the best non-scenario control guard? Soldiers, I guess? I guess that counts. Larva coming down. Ivan. Bit of a... yeah, okay. Let's get the peaches. Gets the engine ticking. Inferns very quickly deciding, I want all the larvas. Hey, even in arms. Lockdown or formation. Probably formation. Now again, no incredible way to pull boat. Get suspender down. Okay. Staying on 5 coins makes Fizztech cap your coins out. This works. This works. Haunt coming down. But this is a lot of points coming out of the monster side of the table here. Day 2 to single. Oh, I sort of get that. Double limb takes so long. Wait, they only get 35 respondents? Is that what that 35 is? Or did they only poll the people in this month's qualifier? Or is this just... are they gonna do this like every time? Just votes. Ugh. So almost half the players in the tournament just don't care enough to respond to the poll. I guess there's a non-zero number that just aren't playing too. It's probably gonna be what, like 45, 50 people playing? Yeah, this round 1 is a big beating. 48 playing, okay. So 13 didn't respond. It feels like a lot. Where are the other 16? This happens every time. There's always a bunch of people that don't play. It's like the scheduling doesn't work out for them or something. No, it was similar last month.
You would make a good slave.
He's playing.
Could use this. Not sure if I'll watch just yet, but
Go monsters. I think you're getting your wish, at least in round 1. This is looking like a very monster favored round 1. So as far as packages remaining, we still have Ethereal, we still have the Kiki package, and we have Detlafs. Detlaf with Karen. Plans for special rule tournaments? Not right now, no. Definitely a possibility in the future. It probably wouldn't take the place of Saturday tournaments, but maybe like a midweek thing. Yeah, I would like to keep Saturday tournaments semi-serious. Like, I don't want to like discourage people from playing meme decks, but I don't want to discourage people from playing real decks either. Like, people want to try hard the Saturday tournaments. I would like to allow them to do that. I mean, it depends what the special rule is, but yeah, you could try to regulate deck construction and tell people to... It's just a pain to organize. It's so much more moderation required. Be forced to play a real deck. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think it's fine to cater to players that don't want to play real decks. And I think in general, playing meme decks is more fun when your opponents aren't trying to counter meme you. And you sort of know what you want to build to beat. Like, the best memes are the ones that can actually beat good decks. And those definitely exist, especially in Conquest. People were allowed to try hard in the Gwent Partner Tournament. People did try hard in the Gwent Partner Tournament. What's Conquest? The tournament format. Where you have to win with each of your decks that isn't banned. Inferns pushing with the Yigern. Is there Ewald in Ivan's list? No. So this Yigern is just safe as long as he plays it outside of Ransackers and Mutant Killer range. If you told me a month ago that I would say Tidecloaker, Ransackers, and Mutant Killer range in a sentence, I would not have believed you. So we as spectators know that there's only one poison remaining. As someone with knowledge of deck lists, Inferns also knows that there is only one poison remaining, that this consume is just safe. Pretty sure I'm not blind. Yep. And he sees it. I imagine it took so long because he was looking at deck lists. Not necessarily a play you want to make if there's enough stuff left that would answer the Kiki, but the Endrego. But in this spot, it's pretty sick. Ooh, takes the pass. Just wants to get the Sol out. Interesting. I would have thought it needed to get more out than this. I thought we were going full Kiki here. But Inferns certainly knows this matchup better than I do. Because I do not know this matchup in the slightest. And Inferns is our resident Kiki expert. Kicking the Mata. So what, he missed the... He misses either Ethereal or Karen. Next week we can find that. I don't know if there's gonna be one next week. I don't know. Round 1 went so poorly, but the rest of the tournament went all right. Just skip round 1. Just flip a coin on every game and decide wins or losses based on the coin flip. Real game starts after half the tournament's been DQ'd. Maybe 32 players. I could cap it. I don't know, it ruins a lot of the charm. Then there's gonna be people that are coming in like 10 minutes before the tournament starts that want to play and can't. Turning those people away feels really bad.
Looks like some light reading.
Well, the idea is I wouldn't make the tournament joinable until I start the stream, and we just spend the first hour of the stream getting people in. So no one can join early. That, like, has its own problems. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to allow early signups. the Ramada. His opponent scales with round length better than he does. He's limited by the number of tall units he has, where his opponent is limited by round length. Like, he's currently getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points per turn. Yeah, I agree. I really enjoy running these tournaments, and I would really like to make this a weekly thing. For many reasons. Snap Philippa. Presumably you have to, yeah. Answering the Kiki is sort of big. Free content? I mean, I wouldn't call it free content. This is still high effort content. It's just diverse content, right? It's not just another day of playing Gwent.
I've no mercy for your kind.
Philippa does come down. Still 2 Kikis. Still the 3 is more points. Yeah, probably. VP still feels like playing Gwent. I don't know. Ever since I went to rank 1, the difference between VB and ladder is pretty minimal for me. But there's viewers that really like it, so.
By denying penance, you confirm your guilt.
Detlaf coming down. VB decks got a bit better and ladder decks got a bit memeier. I don't think my VB decks have gotten better. I'm just playing VB decks on ladder now. Where before, I cared a little bit more about my MMR. So what's this gonna be? Yanira's the Karen. So he gets 2 more thrives? Is this the Karen or is this the Dragon Warrior? Wait. Oh, Bargus, sure. That's there. Yeah, this is just better because it gets the proc onto this Kiki too. Otherwise we'd have lost that proc. And he does still have dominance, so he gets that. Pow! And this is looking like a very clean win for Mr. Kiki himself. As soon as round 1 was lost, basically. Yeah, I wasn't sure if Kiki was going to be bigger than Sawless and to get in round 3, but that looked pretty convincing. Oh, true. Elwoodless was a big deal too. Yeah. Still at it. We're going into game 2 of the semifinals. Inferns won game 1 against Ivan. On the other side of that bracket, we have Husky Aurora versus Kuno, and Kuno is currently up a game. Kiki outpoints any deck that can't kill Kikis? That's not true. I have beaten Kiki with Igor many times. You can kill the insects too. If you keep their tokens off the board, it can be hard for them to get value on their Kikis. Does not point here. That's also true. Kiki's 2 rows. It happens a lot, actually. More in the Renew version.
Don't make me laugh.
Where's the Syndicate Kiki? Igor has so many more points than Kiki. When it works, it is not even close. It's also way easier to disrupt. The last time we played Igor, we played it like twice in the last 4 months, and every time we did horribly with it. With Fallen Knights, Tax Collector, Townsfolk, I think is the biggest. You can't disrupt. Well, yeah, Kiki can't disrupt. Kiki plays no interaction. Like, Kiki can be out-greeted, it's just... It's less vulnerable to disruption than some of the other greedy decks. And plays for enough points. Ivan leading on the boat. Inferns also leading on the boat, but his does not get a boost. Ivan having the raiding fleet too. Notably, Inferns' boat is not veiled either. He's thinking about it though. Considering maybe Berserker instead. No, yeah. Okay. We can still do his thing with Townsfolk. Yeah, it's just a lot worse than it used to be. Scarabs had Deathwood. Yeah, that was crazy. When you could like profitably Igor Scarabs. That was gross. Gained 2 coins when they died. The open qualities start in about an hour. So basically this tournament's gonna wrap up, and then I'm gonna send you over to one of the other streams, which is casting the qualifier. A day full of tournaments for everybody. Yeah, damage just traded so poorly with Azar. It's funny, it's like the other way around now. You used to want to purify the Scarabs, and now you want to damage the Scarabs. I think so. It was either Merchants... Yeah, it was definitely Merchants, right? Because there's only like 2 patches between...
Burn the homes, fell the trees, anything shiny, under!
Maybe it was the month after. I don't know if they immediately nerfed Azar. They might have. There's never a reason to not pay the Azar tribute. It was very rare. Where now, I think the stronger mode on Azar is not paying the tribute. People probably don't do it often enough. But like the threat of Azar pay tribute is so big. Azar has too many answers now. I mean, it sort of depends. Azar is just a good value card if you don't pay the tribute, right? If your opponent kills the Scarab with damage, Azar plays as 5 plus 2 plus 3. It requires your opponent to deal with the Scarab. And that's assuming they can deal exactly 2. Yeah. Not saying it's always wrong by any means. Guess you could find if you get bomb here and lose. What's about the situations, right? There are definitely very good reasons to want to pay for your Azar. But when you don't have that really good reason, Azar just playing for a 10. Really more than a 10, because there's 3 coins are worth more than 3 points. It's probably an 11 most of the time. And more if they have to waste more than 2 damage to kill the Scarab.
Resist the Jarl's will, and that's how we'll end
And you can do cheeky things like time the Azar for one Scarab when they can't, like tall removal you or something. A lot of cheeky things you can do with it for value. Pig would be huge. Oh, good old giant boar. But yeah, this is a Skellige round one. We have a Blood Eagle coming down, pulling the Donar to get ahead. That doesn't get ahead. Short one. How much does last play matter in this mirror? There's no greatsword on either side. Oh wait, this is Ursine Ritual. Ooh, I forgot we were watching Inferns. Actual Inferns. Do I not agree with getting Azar for Heatwave? I mean, yeah, as Levita's saying, there's just some matchups where the Heatwave is important enough to justify it. You can't play everything you want to play. Hey, Zal. Dodging Thunder is all you need. Yeah, I've seen some really cheeky plays where like the opponent thinks they have an extra turn to answer one of your engines, and just like Azar no pay, and all of a sudden they can't answer that turn, and the engine grows out of range. Like, there's a lot of cheeky ways to get extra value on your Azar. So Inferns did take round one. Looks like he's mousing over cards, thinking about the bleed. Opting for the Herald. Round 2 Herald. Still got Saris in deck that we still got the whole Ursine Ritual package in deck. Okay. Fabiorn is on War of Clans raiding fleet. It's in the War of Clans. He still has the Invader. Yeah, I would think this is the spot that Inferns wants to be in. Though Ivan does have stuff left over to Ivan ban Assimilate. I didn't look. You can look at the bracket and see what he banned. Oh, I guess he did. Yeah, it's his game too. Weird. Really scared of that Angleem, I guess. Yeah, this deck's pretty good. Just the warrior Spell Blood. I was sort of surprised to see it in his lineup because he seemed to be taking a little bit memeier decks. And then there's just this, which I think is a totally reasonable Skellige deck.
I'll gut you like fishes.
One of this deck, so you could always play the 2 meme decks. That makes sense. Okay.
Blood for foul blood.
Inferns still ahead. I wonder, do you just jam your Saris here to thin? How much are we trying to 2-0? We at least want to... Huh. Yeah. Okay, going for the blue boy instead? Oh, Bloodthirst, right. I forgot how that worked. I thought he had to waste a point for the Blood Eagle. Remembers that keyword. Blood Eagle's text, man. There's so much going on. Yeah, Ivan has a lot left over, but not a lot of turns to play them. I believe it is currently impossible for him to play every gold in this deck. This is Blood Eagle number 2. Inferns has leader Blue Boy Lagos, which I wouldn't say is nothing. War of Clans is also not nothing. War of Clans is 9. 49 is a number pretty close to what I expected to see. Yep, then we see the handle. Ivan's certainly drawing to a better deck. Inferns finds the blue boy. Ivan finds all the bronzes remaining in his deck. Where's Herkia? There's Madman Lugos. Okay. So missing Morgrug is not too big of a deal. Missing Totem kind of sucks, especially with the blue boy Lugos being one of the big threats out of Inferns. Being able to absorb those random pings is a big deal.
Your skull will make a fine tanker.
I have been having that great proactive invader to lead on. Inferns, similarly with plenty of proactive things to do. Stunning blow. Just like play the Herkia. Not the end of the world. Ghost value. Just don't y'all. We're just taking the Lugos, knocking out the Raider. Yep. Here's that's as good as it's gonna get. It's fair, it is pretty good. 12-point Lugos. Blue boy also pretty good here. And I guess Inferns wins, right?
He's a madman.
Herkia's 7, Invader's 7. Wait. Can I just not count? Oh, I guess I just can't count. Never mind. I was gonna say their hands are worth the same amount. So Inferns wins. But I think I might have looked at the scores backwards. The premise was correct. The conclusion was wrong. Blue boy is 7p? So we are going to see a game 3. Did he get buffed in recent memory? Yeah. I think he was 8. I could be completely mistaken. I don't want to go into the deck builder and he's gonna get red coin. I believe Inferns was blue in game 1, so Inferns will be blue here. You can see the tournament progress at the tournament link. There should be a brackets tab that you can go to. You can also see all the deck lists there. Inferns on blue. Also not totally sure how the Skellige versus Syndicate matchup plays out. Especially not this Skellige deck. Is this the final? This is the semifinals. There's one more match after this one. Inferns establishing his boat. Ivan picking an engine. Probably Peaches or Imki. Could also just poison and play Unitless for a couple turns. Does just decide to play Unitless for a couple turns. Not sure how many issues this blob deck has with proactivity. It's a little bad at it. But not a problem here at all.
How's you doing business for you?
I don't know, delaying these engines. I wonder what Ivan's plan is. I feel like the line that I would have tried to go for would be to apply pressure on the Syndicate side and try to win on even. Just a little bit harder to do now. Feels like we're gonna pass on 7 type of game. And then full boat. Yeah, not playing an engine there is a little indicative. Ooh. Do we ever need Philippa for anything else? Huh. Interesting. That might change the plan. Still no engines established, but this is big tempo. Like, maybe you want to yoink a boat later? There's not even another boat.
Any diamonds for little old me?
Opts to not. So we are letting the Berserker transform. Stunning Blow takes the Peaches out. Still just holding on to the Raider ping. Potentially able to combine it with Donar to answer something a little bit bigger. Like, currently that answer is Saul. Oh, no, because this Trafficker is dying. Yep, there's the Saul.
Admire the beautiful. What can I say?
Safe through the Donar because of the bleed. So what's the line then? Can't imagine Inferns can give up round 1 against Passiflora. Does decide to just give up round 1 against Passiflora. Besides, getting rid of the Saul is important enough. Maybe I'm about to be surprised again at how few points Syndicate has, but it's not actually enough removal on Inferns' side, right? I guess the problem is, what do you play? You have to, like, commit your Saris, and then your bleed is a lot worse. Nero the Mutant Killers, and then after the Saul tick, you are ahead. Quick carrier for Dumping Heaver. How much did he win the round by? Was Heaver enough? Heaver can destroy Spellblood Totem. It's not totally dead. Still plays for sort of 8 points. Oh, Ransackers is enough too. Yeah. I don't know. He's pushing.
Think you can keep out with the Novigrad lads?
Okay, I guess I just don't understand the roles in this matchup at all. I thought this was just free round 3 win. Now this is the semifinals. One more match after this one. We get our Heaver value. Not ahead by very much though. Syndicate's new thing is snorking Passy Jacks for a short round. Yeah, but you're against Svalblood.
Blood for Svalbard!
Like, the reason that that's important is so that you have a short round.
Come on, let's go. Time
But, like, this is the exact type of game that Svalblood wants to play against you. Whereas I think you're just favored in the 10 card round 3. I could be wrong. Like, I'm not going to claim to be an expert in this matchup. But it doesn't seem like Inferns is enough removal. Gets to keep a charge too. Oh my god, this is crazy.
work what you can simply take.
Ransackers, pull the boats, just play Invader. No need to do anything fancy.
Your skull will make a fine tanker.
Deeper the push, the worse the Passy gets to. Yeah, like Passy is still points in a short round, but it's definitely better in a longer round. Definitely going to be curious to ask Ivan why he decided on the push. Nope. That's the best Philippa you're gonna get. No Bloodthirst currently for the Donar. Takes it anyway because it gets ahead. We finally get the Imka down. Do you need to do a little bit more than nothing? I don't know that we can afford to just Stunning Blow, even though it does get ahead. Commits the Herald.
Down on your knees. Feel the sun. Feel the elastic.
Getting the Herald is nice. Deciding whether he wants to save the short round or trying to keep the fight over the card. Seems hard to fight over the card. You're down... it's not that much when you consider the coins. Does decide to just get out though. So we've got good cards left over. Passiflora, Jax, Adriano, Vonhurst. Not sure how big the Mork is with the Sol gone. And we do have literally everything. Okay, not quite literally everything.
Appreciate you working through the jank to host this tourney.
Hey, Dogwild, I appreciate it. I hope you had fun watching or playing in the tournament. After round 1, it got a lot better. I was so scared in round 1. I thought the whole thing was gonna be a disaster. Oh, there's no blind eye. Yeah, that's a thing. Oh no. Is chat not trolling? I don't think so. I know I heard somewhere that he was going back to school, but I don't know if that means he's going to be streaming less as well. Probably does. Seems hard to stream full time while also doing school. Stun and Blow takes that out. The pro players cannot be stopped. Put some air quotes on that pro. Try to stream as much as he can, but it will be less. Huh. I didn't know that you could stream less consistently than Pumpkin. One stream a month? Streamers are super inconsistent. Are they? Maybe. Spiro and myself are very consistent, but that might be me only paying attention to the streamers in adjacent time slots. Saris making a 14-point gap. Oh yeah, Specimen's been live a lot to you. Bushy's consistent. Shinmiri has like periods of consistency and periods of inconsistency. I'm not sure where we're at right now. Granted, I haven't looked in a while. It's the Inuro target now. Adriano. Not sure it matters. This is a beating. I ever not streamed for a whole week? Yeah, I took 2 weeks off at the beginning of the year. Is just the Adriano. Yep, just for vacation. Then we just got a giant mark bag. Looks like Inferns, yeah. Looks like Inferns is moving on over Ivan. Inferns versus Kuno. Game 1, we've got Blob on blue against Gurney on red. Kuno playing Necker. Yeah, red coin ethereal hand. He has a Nero to get the Peller. He's got what he wants in round 1. Inferns has Babyorn for raiding fleet access and Blood Eagle. I think both these players generally having what they're looking for in the first round. We will see how well this plays out. You know, leading on the Andrega Larva against Inferns' Raiders. The Trynet can theoretically do Swiss. Not sure how successful it is at it. Just playing out the second Raiders. So these 2 Raiders combine alongside like a Stunning Blow can answer the Larvas. Additionally, we can go like play a Blood Eagle after damaging once. See the Striga come down. Or the rules of Swiss. You play a number of rounds playing against people that have the same number of wins as you each time, rather than being eliminated after a certain number of losses. Get the ethereal down.
And great blood runs thick. Come on, let's go. Time to face our fears.
Run for ethereal turn 1. If you go for ethereal turn 1, this happens to you even worse. A lot of reasons to want to play the larva first. Classic pro player getting all the luck too. Oh. Yeah, so we don't get to purify the ethereal anymore. Yeah, like he took the line to play around it and just wasn't enough. Blue boy is a card. Peller just being used to remove 4 bleed. Probably the best Peller you're gonna get. It's over? I don't know if it's over, but that was definitely a really good exchange for Inferns. He did have to use most of his leader. Like, this combo is one of the point sources in his deck. Taking the totem. And we just Bargus to keep up the pressure. I think there are 4 units on the board. Hemdall clears out the rats. It's last year if you didn't get it in 4. That's hard to say. You make your Saris a lot worse. It could be worth it though, knowing that he's playing the Renew Peller version. Just not giving him a window to do that. Probably some other ways that you can try to resolve your Saris. Maybe not. Wraith comes down. A Raider can hit allies. Oh, that's true. Yep, damage a unit by 2. Just sort of assumed that no one would stream snipe in the for fun tournament. Just sniping but not stream sniping? Sniping with Lidos? Oh yeah. Nah, there's no money on the line. There's a Discord role and VIP in chat. It's nothing. Not nothing, you want those things? I'm sure you do. But it wouldn't feel the same if they were ill-gotten. Does VIP even do? Nothing. Just like the Discord role. Kuno, go into the long round 3. Crone chilling in deck. Okay.
Give him no rest, no reprieve.
So brutal. Sign up for the next tournament. I'll probably make the tournament on Monday. There will be a link in chat commands when it's up. days. Yeah, either 2 days. It's whenever I get around to it. It'll be soon. There's no rush to join the tournament. You don't get anything for signing up early. It's not going to be capped. No crone. That is crazy. How does that even happen? How do you miss all the crones? Second Peller. Oh, there are 2 Pellers in the list. I didn't realize that. Is that correct? Yeah, it is. There are 2 Pellers. I didn't see that when I was looking at the deck lists. Crones always line up well in deck. I don't know. I hadn't noticed until, like, we checked this game. It might. We are currently in the finals. Game 1, Inferns versus Kuno. Betsy taking out the boat. This raider gets to clean up the... Blood Eagle gets to clean up the larva. And then... Yep. Donar and Raider take care of this one. Peller can trigger your Thrive sometimes. I sort of like the Peller over Crow's Eye, if you're gonna go the Purify Renew route. Not so sure about the Purify Renew route in general, but... Up neck into Ethereal, worst case. Yeah. And in Conquest, you know whether your opponent has answers to it or not. And there are definitely matchups where Necker's just in Dragolarva. And the 4P in Dragolarva, it's pretty good. Which board is my favorite? Oh, the default. It's the one that I always have selected. I only have a least favorite. I really hate the board that has the Thunder. The Thunder that goes in 1 year. Squirtle killing the Thriver. Default different for each faction? I don't think it is. It might be though. I've never noticed if it was. It is? I was unaware. But yeah. So Heatwave plays for 7. Neuromancy plays for 7. Not a great Morkvarg, but it doesn't matter. I spent $5 on the starter pack. Pretty convincing win there. Granted, there was a lot of awkwardness in that game, but those blue boy things, man. Those blue boy things. Spent $10 on Journey. That's fair. I also, I don't know. I guess I spent $10 on Journey. I was sort of obligated to. It wasn't really my money. Play and change factions, I can see the different boards. I believe you. I just hadn't noticed. Not something that I ever really paid attention to. It's my money. It was my money, but it was allocated for me. I do. That is true. I do have to pay tax on the money. Though, realistically, that's a write-off. There's no way that's not a write-off. Now, I'm not going to remember to write it off. And it is only $10, but I'm pretty sure I could.
You've talked enough.
We get the Nilfgaard quote-unquote mirror. Do I use a streamer? My mom is an accountant by trade, and she helps me with my taxes, so sort of, but I'm sort of privileged in that regard that I don't actually have to pay for an accountant. Ballers Simulate, what a shit show. There's nothing shit showy about this. This is incredible. We've got Siri Dash Ball against Assimilate Angleem. This is wonderful. This is the best type of game for a final. This is the type of final that Freddy Babes dreams about.
Give me some time.
Mom tried to get me to do accounting for school. No. Never. I expressed heavy disinterest very early on.
Suffering ennobles, friend. You'll be a count once I'm done with you.
Tax system is due your own taxes, but we know how much you owe us, and yeah, it's... yeah, Intuit is a fucked up company. Let's just leave it at that. It might be most, but there are definitely countries that will tell you what you have to pay.
I shall be your eyes, my lord.
Like, that's not the case in the US. It is on you to know how much you have to pay. But yeah, so this Siri Dash on Bluecoin is pretty powerful. It's the reasoning behind not telling citizens how much they owe, so Intuit can make money. Legitimately the entire reason.
Let us see. A taste of Nordling, is it?
Profit baby. Yeah, but you don't want to have to ban Nilfgaard. So we've got the dash confirmed going off now. Taking the lock on the Dame, drawing our card, and the coin flip has been reversed. Dash is just nutty sometimes. You like know when it's gonna be nutty too with open deck lists. Too hard to calculate everyone's taxes. There are some people's taxes that it's hard to calculate, but I would say a majority of Americans that just like fill out the easy form, their taxes are incredibly simple. They could definitely automatically send all of those players, all of those payers a bill. Yeah. W2, the shit does itself pretty much. Yeah, like a majority of people just throw their information into TurboTax and it spits something out. You can't tell me the government couldn't make tools that do that automatically. It's not like they don't have the documents. But anyway, there's the finals going on. It's an exciting finals, too. Chat's been good tonight. I've enjoyed my time with chat. Yeah, there are definitely people with complicated taxes that it's a lot more work. But I would say that's a minority of people.
My, the Van
I say
Gogh
tonight at
was
1:30
late
p.m.
rooms
I say tonight at 6:30 a.m. See, you're coming down. Glynis and Portal committed on the push. Probably gets to keep his card. Looks like he's not contesting it. It took way longer. It took like an extra hour, yeah. I could start it like a half hour earlier next time. And that'd probably be fine.
I divined this move from a sparrow's innards.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
Purify coming down on the bleed, opening up the potential for poison. That's a big deal. Still 3 other assimilates in play, but I don't really want to lose the Glynis. Impose around length? No.
Your name, young man, should be cursed into an oath.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
15-point gap after the Brothans. What does Inferns have left? He still has angling. Wait, he's actually just totally fine here. Wait, this is crazy. Huh. Canceling shows that they aren't a super success. Isn't that just how television has always worked? Just like shit gets canceled if people don't watch it. How is that unique to Netflix?
I need not spill blood to make you suffer like never before.
Is that info on the Brothans? Definitely improves his deck quality quite a bit. Is Vincent doing anything on board? I don't think so. It's gonna be a seer, maybe? Is there anything worth putting back? It wasn't spying a seer. I was going after the graveyard? I guess that's more relevant when you're up 20 points, sure. Gets a little bit of carryover, I guess. I think that's what he did. He just put some bad card back in the deck. Not sure if it was Joust or something else, but... Okay. That was the second coup. Always draw the Brothans. There's the Angleem. Nitrous Runestone. Ugh. So... Roderick can be Sword into Vigo, but we don't have any assimilates, so it's really just Vigo. We get first ball.
It's unbecoming.
Good old Angleem. Don't clear affect opponent's deck. I'm pretty sure it did. Is Angleem actually good? It is if you queue into matchups where it gets to doing something. The problem with Angleem isn't like it being powerful when it works. It's about it being 3 points when your opponent doesn't play an artifact. I believe every game we have seen Angleem this tournament, the opposing deck had an artifact, and Angleem looked insane. It's like Angoulême. Well, I'm going to continue pronouncing it wrong because it's just so ingrained at this point. I'm sorry if that offends anyone. Ban pro players. I think there's more T's every time I look. The accented E. Yeah, I speak English. I don't know what this accented E means. This turn is disgusting! What the fuck just happened? I look away for 1 second, and all of a sudden we've double procced our ball and our board is full. That escalated fast.
A superb specimen. True.
This is pure RNG. I think hitting the Informant was RNG, but you were deterministic to hit the 2 golds off the Rodricks. Oh my god. How many points would Sly Seductress have grown that turn? Oh, nice. We got a clip. Count for myself. Or I can just get someone in chat to do it. Not going for the Isbell. I guess there's other things.
My duty? Stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
Oh my. Okay. How many points is this? We do have a pretty big poison on the Brothans. This has gotta be enough, right? Right? Yeah. It's close though.
Everyone has their secrets.
What a game. Rope cost you the game. Oh no. Shit show? Nothing about that game was a shit show. That game was incredible. You just don't appreciate good Gwent, sir. That was game 1. Yeah, Assimilate versus Gurney here. Or was that game 2? It might have been game 2. Wait. That was game 2. That was game 2. Nope, both players are on one deck. Also, the System Mullet deck does have a brick dangling. I would agree with you in general, though. Though, this monster deck has a lot of control tools. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was game 2. I was mistaken. I forgot about the Blue Boy Ethereal game. Larva gives a target for informant, but no informant in hand. I have to commit a big gold. Looks like he plays the Vigo. Okay, and he hits. Not bad. I think let's play 2 informants. I think it's maybe a bit of a concern, or a bit of a consideration to like transform your regular larvas in this matchup, but this works. Yeah, probably wants to fill the back row with his informants. Not sure what the reasoning behind playing that melee would be. Roxa takes the bleed on the Diviner. And this time the Gantorella goes in the right row, and we yoink the other larva. I don't think that's what you wanted. This larva's like sort of a liability. Gives a really good target for your informants later on. Not sure how big these are growing this round either. Striga taking out the Diviner, rocking a bunch of Thrives, Ethereal transforms the Fruit, and we are up 16 points on even with our Ethereal Purified. Lock on the end Ethereal, just can get consumed. Looks to be what's happening, and the point gap continues to increase. Yeah, I don't know about this this Gurney deck losing to Simulate. See how round 2 plays out, but it's looking like a win on even. Wait, why not kill the Diviner? Dominance? Oh, you know, dominance, sure. Yeah. Well, all of a sudden this turned around. That said, what's left? We've still got Glynis Portal. Really just Glynis Portal. Simulate's always better. Depends how many engines you get to stick. There's not that many engines left. It's not like this deck is super light on removal. Betsy stops the Glynis from sticking. Maybe not. There's the double cross leader. Like Crone can take care of some things as well. 5 assimilates to be expected. Yeah! Just, I don't know about the selection. Natural selection seemed a little iffy. Okay. So we're going into a 7-card round 3 here. I'd like to actually draw the crones. Because it is not my opponent. This is spectator mode. We are watching the finals of the tournament. Players are Inferns and Kuno. So we have sort of all the crones. We kind of want to Nero for Heatwave. But yeah, not clear what you would want to get rid of. 4 damage crown still deals with most things, I suppose. Really only need 4 damage out of it. So the next turn we play boost crone. No one can ever bother remembering which crone this will have. Wispus is... I know Brewis is consume, Weavis is damage, Wispus is boost. Got these two backwards, didn't I? Yeah. I know Brewis eats. Takes the Betsy.
Do I enjoy torture?
Okay.
Perhaps a bit.
Still a turn here. Still not playing the crone. Working leader, possibly. Not really a line that I was thinking too much about.
We must open our gate. Forthwith. Are you cold, human insect?
Suffering ennobles, friend. You'll be a count once I'm done with you.
The frost does mean runs are a little less urgent. So Kuno does get to make Inferns' leader. Okay. And then damage crone cleans that. Sure. My bad. Just not looking at that side of the board. Gets the Nero, which gets the Roderick. That's pretty good. We get to coup the Roderick for more. Oh, this is spying. Ooh. We get an Oberon. That's big. That is big. That said, we've still got Heatwave for the Glynis. Goliath never dies, right? Yeah. Somehow sorted the Oberon. Yeah, that seems hard. Ooh, we did it. Oh my. Oh, we can boost it up, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Not seeing the sword doing a ton. It's all on this Triss. Ooh. That
How can I
does it. Oh.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
It ticks once. His sword's not 20, is it?
Grace will not be pleased.
The selection at Oberon wasn't winning, right? And we have our winner. Inferns has been defeated. The Angle Memer has gone down. Kuno wins in the finals in a 3-game set. Rope was the winner. Rope is very powerful.